reason I'm here is I wouldn't be here at all, but I happened to be passing and saw the red light outside, and I thought, is that still going? And the old vice got the better of me. Nothing much seems to have changed in here from the old days, except David Frost has lost a good deal of hair. What it is, actually, the BBC is pretty worried just now. I know that for a fact, because my brother Marlowe is a production assistant round here, and he's been going round looking as anxious as a fan dancer in the molting season. For one thing, I don't know whether you've noticed, but the BBC happens to be in the red to the tune of about 7 million turgid quid. So naturally, they're making some pretty scorching economies. Already, the top executives have been cut down to 1 rubber plant and no more chocolate biscuits for 11sies. And you should see the roller towels in the Watch with Mother washroom. Only changed every 13 episodes. Another thing that's worrying the BBC is that it's 1966. You see, when they have these turgid conferences to decide what programmes to put on, and nobody can think of anything, the first thing a red-hot corporation mind asks is, what is it the anniversary of? Well, in 1964, they were laughing because it was 25 years since 1939 and 50 years since 1914. And as soon as they'd finished running off both world wars, they could start all over again, because 1965 happened to be 25 years since 1940. And 20 years since 1945. And in a couple more years, they'll be laughing again, because it'll be 50 years since 1918. But in the meantime, there's 1966 staring them in the face. And what's that the centenary of? The Battle of Hastings and the turgid Great Fire of London. Not a foot of old newsreel on either of them. On top of that, they got another worry. The professional complainers who keep up a 24-hour TV watch looking out for insults to British womanhood. Of course, the BBC's falling over backwards not to offend anyone these days. Marlowe's been going around very busy putting sticking plasters over the boxers' navels and making sure that Bill and Ben use separate flower pots. And there's even a committee trying to decide whether the words of Andy Pandy's song ought to be changed to Here We Go Luby Bathroom. One thing nobody dreams of cutting down on is glob. Marlowe's actually increased his vocabulary when he's on the phone to his BBC friends talking about folk singing with his sideboards blowing in the wind. He doesn't call it folk singing, he calls it the folk bit. You know, personally, I think we sort of need more the Joan Baez protest bit in the whole satire bit. When they were showing all that nig-nog dancing in the Commonwealth Arts Festival, he was beside himself talking about the unspoiled sincerity bit of the African cultural bit. That smashed me to fragments. What he actually meant was the tit bit. Of course, Marlowe's trouble is he's always one trend behind. I feel quite sorry for him, really, and for all those other zombies who lap up this hysterical colour supplement saliva. You see, the minute the trendsetters start a craze, they look round to make sure everybody's copying it, then they drop it. Look what happened to all that design centre, scrub, pine and exposed brickwork we started in 1965 with. Nowadays, you're not one of the in-touch fun people unless you've coated everything with black and white pop art and archery targets. That's so you can play chess on the walls and darts on your girlfriend. It's like the Debs. You used to tell a Deb by a twin set and pearls and an expression on her face as though she was thawing out a packet of frozen peas between her legs. But not now. Now a Deb is a hairy black widow spider on the end of a reefer carrying her purple hearts in an old Oxo tin. See, what it is, everything's going round in circles till it comes back to square one. So my advice for 1966 is, hang on to your plaster ducks. Any minute you'll find Princess Margaret's hanging them up in the hall, and her sisters put out a family of turgid little red gnomes between the sentry boxes.